hello. Good evening, everyone. This is Topsy Gift here in Ivano-Frankivsk, Ukraine. We are looking at a beautiful topic today titled Awaken the Giant in You. Awaken the Giant in You. I'm sorry guys, yesterday I couldn't come online because I had to attend to something very, very important. Thank you so much for those of you who understood, and God bless you. This is Topsy Gift here in Ivano-Frankivsk, Ukraine. So who is joining us today? Hello, Mr. Tutu Banks. Wow, I like your name, Banks. You have a lot of money. You must have a lot of money. You're a bank already. Wow. Not even bank, but banks. Wow. Hello, Fernando Boss. Wow, I'm liking the people I'm seeing here today. You're a boss. Thank you for joining. God bless you. Hello, Ibrahim. Thank you for joining. God bless you. Please, as you come in, help me share the video and invite your friends. We will be having another beautiful topic today, titled Awaken the Giant in You. Hello, Sir Ekpan Blessing. Thank you for joining. Hello, Chris. Ejime. Thank you for joining. God bless you. I'm sorry if I don't pronounce that well. Please, as you come in, help me share the video, guys. Share and let's awaken the giant in ourselves. Let's awaken the giant in ourselves. I hope your day has been great. I hope your day is awesome. I hope you guys are doing great out there. My name is Topsy Gift. Once again, I'm here in Ivano-Frankivsk, Ukraine. So today's topic we'll be looking at Awaken the Giant in You. Awaken the giant in you. And I will tell you why you need to awaken the giant in you. Because I need it. I need to see that giant in you coming to reality, coming to life, coming to limelight, and you being a blessing to me and to the nation as a whole. So, awaken the giant in you. The first question is, do you know you have a giant in you? Hello, Mr. OK Kachi. Thank you for joining. God bless you. Please help me share the video as you come in and invite your friends. I know you'll be doing a lot good to somebody out there. I know somebody will be doing a lot good to somebody out there when he or she shares the video and invites their friends, because we will be sharing and we would be, rubbing minds together. That's how I always title my program, Building Minds, because I'm not the only person building mind here. We are both building minds together and helping people to awaken and come to, to realize how important they are, for them to come to, understand what they are carrying inside of them, how that generations are waiting for what they are having, what they are carrying, the personalities God has made them to be. Hello, Moko Uzo Emi. Thank you for joining. God bless you, sir. Please help me share the video and invite your friends. How is your how is Castina State? How is Castina State and your service there in Castina State? Hope it's going on fine. So help me share the video and invite your friends. We want to talk about awaken the giant in you. And I said the first question is, do you know there is a giant in you? Do you know there is a giant in you? A giant that can, build humanity. A giant that can, raise generations. A giant that can put a smile in a community's face. A giant that can, bring glory to God. That can, people can beat their chest and say, thanks to you. Thanks to you. If not for you, we wouldn't have had this, wouldn't have had that one. You get, because what I'm telling you, it's a lot of people will be glorified. A lot of people will glorify God for your sake. A lot of people will be happy that they met, there was a being like you that ever existed. Because today I can boldly say thanks to Thomas Edison, who was the man who founded the light bulb. I can say thanks to him, even though I never knew him, I never came to see his face, I never came to see him alive. He has been long dead, but I can boldly say, my generation can boldly say thanks to Thomas Edison, because you know why? He is a blessing to me and to the nation at large, to the world at large. So it's something, very, very important. It's something very, very important. So do you know you have a giant in you? So please, as you come in, help me share the video and invite your friends. Hello, Dare Loti, thank you for joining. Hello, Penel A. Emmanuel, thank you for joining. God bless you. Please, as you come in, help me share the video and invite your friends. Help me share the video, guys. Share. I believe somebody will be blessed today. Somebody will be learning a lot today. Somebody will, learn not to waste their time and their life. Somebody will learn not to waste their resources. Somebody will learn how to, use what God has given to them properly, to be a blessing to humanity at large, to be a blessing not just to their family, not just to their community, but to be a blessing to every human out there at large. I told you guys a few weeks ago in one of my live videos that if you and I do not build this world, if we don't build this world, if we don't strive and work hard to build this world, it will remain the way we all met it. It will remain the way we all met it. A lot of people are, longing for new technologies, longing for a better way of studies, a better health education, when it comes to medical, fitness and all that. A lot of people are looking for better how we can mass produce food in large quantity for people to, get used to and, get life. A lot of people are suffering cancer, HIV, a lot of sicknesses out there. But let's think, if you and I don't do anything about it, people are going to be, hungry. People are going to be dying. People are going to be, angry at God for bringing them here on this kind of earth. Because if the earth is not being built and developed and being equipped and being the way we all want it, God will not come down from heaven to do it for us. We all have to do it ourselves. So that is why I'm titling this program, Awaken the Giant in You. Awaken the Giant in You. Hello, Sir Joseph Jr., thank you for joining. Hello, Sir Kufre Victor, thank you so much, sir, for joining. God bless you. Please, as you come in, help me share the video and invite your friends. So share. I'm not seeing anybody sharing yet. Please help me share the video and invite your friends. I want all of us to know that we are all important to ourselves. We are all important, whether you are an American, whether you are an African, whether you are an Egyptian, whether you are an Indian, whatever continent, whatever country, whatever race that you are, or wherever you are coming from, you are a blessing to me as much as I am a blessing to you. In one of my videos, I talked about how educational system can be better, how people, children can learn at ease without, choking them in one class. Even if it's a class of 5, there's a way you can develop the study system that it will be better for every child to understand what the teacher is saying, because children learn different way. In that video I talked about children. I said children learn in different way. So if you don't understand how to follow them and learning their abilities to grab or to learn at ease, you will be depriving the children who are perhaps slow in learning the rights of education, because you'll be feeling that these children are dull from the womb. They cannot become personalities, and they know they can't learn anything, they can't do anything. So you are thinking that, but that is not, who they are. God actually packaged them in that way so they can learn differently, but the school system do not understand. When a child comes to class, they just want to put you in a group. Maybe if you're 3 years old, they want to fit you into a class. You get so, but that is not what is obtainable. I told you guys in one of my videos that if you want a child to learn faster, if you want a child to pretty learn faster, you have to understand the learning system of that child. You have to understand the capability of that child. If that child understands by words that you speak, or the child grabs by pictures, or the child grabs by movies. So you have to understand every human being and at what level or what class you can place them. By so doing, you can place the same category of children who understands by picture in one class, the same category of children who understands by videography in one class, the same children who understand by a physical teacher standing and speaking to them in one class. By so doing, you are helping them to build their ability to grab things faster, ability to learn, and to become an A-class child. So that was what I talked about in one of my topic when I was talking about children. So people think that, when this child is in this class and is not doing well, that child is a dull child. No, there are too many ways to people to learn, for children to learn and grab things. So, and that video was a blessing. So that's why I said I want to talk about awaken the giant in you. Awaken the giant in you. There are some places you might have opportunity to have worked, and they look down on you, feeling that you don't have what it takes to perhaps develop or build that organization. But you have all it takes. Just that you have your ability is in another field. It might be in that field, but in another aspect of that field. So you will do even greater work if you understand yourself and you choose where you want to impute that your energy, that your ability, that your zeal. That is when you start making revolution. You start making impact. People want to reckon with you. People want to ask you, how are you gaining success? Because this is what you do, and because you understand yourself. So awaken the giant in you. I want to tell you guys how that a lot of people are great today and some other people are mediocres. Why they are mediocres and why some other persons are great. And all of us are humans. All of us have aspiration. All of us have visions and passion, and written out, and everybody's seeing. Nobody wants to see their downfall or something bad about them. Everybody who grows up as a child or whoever wants to write out a vision or a passion or whatever they want to achieve or become in the future. But how come that of all the people that had written it out, it is just few persons that has attained success in life? It is just few persons that have attained success, and we tend to worship them. We tend to glorify them. We tend to see them as special people. We tend to see them as special beings that God has created them so special. God has given them everything it takes to become great. But that is a pure lie out there. That is a pure lie. That is not true. That is not true, because we have seen people who rose from the 0 degree, from the 0 roots to an A-class humans on earth, an A-class humans that everybody is celebrating. So how come it happened? How come they became great? Hello Hariam, thank you for joining. Prosperous Joseph, thank you for joining. Angel Simeon, thank you for joining. Oluwaye, thank you for joining. Tony, thank you for joining. Adelaja Albert, thank you for joining. Michael Babs, thank you for joining. God bless you. Please help me share the video and invite your friends. Awaken the giant in you. Awaken the giant in you. You know why you would awaken the giant in you? One of the reasons why you need to awaken the giant in you is because the giant in you that you awaken today will live forever. It will live as long as this earth remains. As long as this earth remains, the giant you awaken today will keep living after you. Will keep living. We could look at a particular product, we could look at a particular something and say, oh, thank you so much, this person, for being a blessing to our generation. Like I said before, we can boldly say thank you so much to Thomas Edison. When I look at the light bulb, I can say thank you so much, Thomas Edison, for being a blessing to me, for being a blessing to our nation, to our generation, to the world at large. So the question is, where is your product? Where is your product? So if you don't awaken the giant in you and begin to build product and begin to, put in all your hard work, put in focus, put in your abilities, put in your passion, put in all it takes to become a genius in that aspect, you will just live a life like a mediocre. Sonny Ran, thank you for joining. Hello, my Gladys, thank you for joining. God bless you. James, thank you for joining, sir. God bless you. Please help me share the video and invite your friends. It is high time we all start knowing how important we are to each other. We all start knowing how important you are to me, you are to the world at large, and I am to you and to the world at large, so that we set our feet on fire, we set our feet on blaze. When the clock is ticking, whenever we hear clock ticking, we know that life is going, time is going. Time is going, time is being wasted. If we do not awaken the giant in us and begin to make impact on here, we will just waste our time, chasing the mirage that, the world has built for us to chase. And at the end of the day, we will have nothing, absolutely nothing to show forth, nothing to show for all the years we have ever lived on earth. So if you want to be a doctor, become a doctor with a difference. Become a doctor with a difference. If you want to be a teacher, be a teacher with a difference. If you want to be an engineer, be an engineer with a difference. Make sure you have a product that will live after you are long gone here on earth. When you don't reproduce yourself here on earth, it will be that you have wasted your life. It will be said that you have wasted your life. Now, if Bill Gates didn't work hard, if Thomas Edison never worked hard, if Steve Jobs never worked hard, if Usain Bolt never worked hard, if all the great names on earth never did anything here on earth, I wouldn't have come to know their name, and I wouldn't have been blessed by their product. I wouldn't have been blessed. There are some people who have passion to sit down and really watch sports. So if some persons who have passion in sports don't go into sports to make it a game of passion, people will not have been paying lots and lots of money to travel countries to go watch football match or whatever, or Olympic games out there. So it's because it brings joy to humanity. That is why people are burning candles, people are burning their time, people are burning their pleasures to bring joy to the hearts of every man that lives out there. So if you don't also burn your time, burn your pleasures to bring hope, bring joy in the faces, in the heart of everyone out there, you would be said to have lived a life of waste. Ben Carson is one of the greatest, scientists, doctors when it comes to, medicine. He's one of the medical doctors that have ever lived. So if he didn't sell out his glamour, all the things that everybody wants to achieve, to buy the latest shoes and latest cars and latest wristwatches or latest houses, if he didn't burn his pleasures to be focused to bring solution in medical field, a lot of diseases that his foundings are helping today wouldn't have been happening. And I said before that if men do not work hard to cure cancer, to see to the end of cancer, to see to the end of HIV/AIDS and all the diseases that are killing millions of people on yearly basis, on daily basis, these things will continue killing each and every one of people out there until it circulates around the whole world. So it is men who will bring it to an end. God has given us the abilities and all it takes, all the natural resources it takes. All we need to do is to devote our time, is to devote our passion, is to be focused to see that we become blessings to humanity, that will bring joy to the heart of men, that we glorify God with that which He has given to us. Awaken the King in you. Awaken the King in you. It is time we all awaken the kings in us. If we don't wake up, if we don't wake the kings in us, that king will remain dormant. That king will not act. Nothing will happen if you don't do anything. If you don't work, nothing will. God will not come down from heaven to build our educational system in Africa. He will not come down from heaven to build, our music sectors all over the world. He will not come down from heaven to build technologies for us. If there is any place you have passion for, if there is anything you have passion for, pursue it pursue it with the whole of your life. Pursue it with the whole of your time. Pursue it with the whole of your zeal. Let nothing take your focus. Let nothing take your focus. Pursue it until you make history. Never give up. And wherever you stopped in what you were doing before you left the earth, people will continue from where you stopped. And that is how that product will come to reality and become a blessing to men. Day before yesterday, when I was live, I told you about the guys who found the aeroplane. The aeroplane that brought me to Ukraine today. Thanks to, those guys, the Wright brothers, I wouldn't have been in Ukraine. I didn't know how I was going to travel all the way from Africa down to Ukraine. A journey of hours. I didn't know how I would have done that. A lot of things have changed because men decided to be focused. Men decided to bring change to the earth. Men decided to put in their abilities, their passion, their desires to bring end to the suffering of others, to bring joy to humanity, to become blessing, to become a blessing to people. That was how a lot of things started changing on earth. And until you change it, until you change others, because there are a lot of things that are still remaining. Those men have done their best. Some of them are long dead and forgotten. Of course, they are not forgotten. Some of them are long dead. But if we don't continue from where they stopped, my, this world will remain a painful place for us to be. Some people will say, oh, it's none of my business. I think I'm okay the way I am. I think I am, it really not like, I'm okay. It's really, I'm comfortable in my, I don't want to, run helter-skelter trying to, do one thing. I just want to go to church with my Bible to worship God, come back, go to work. They pay you peanuts, you come back, you're like, I'm okay. Well, do you know what will happen? If you say you are okay with where you are, believe me, it is not a prayer. But someday, if nobody begins to work, if nobody is working, if everything is stagnant, even you will be affected. It will now begin to concern you. You will see how much that it's now concerning you. Because somehow, you either get contacted with one disease or the other, and since nobody is working, no hospital is working, no research system, nobody is trying to cure any disease, nobody is doing anything, oh my God. You will die and dead and be forgotten. That is what God has given men ideas. God has given us natural resources. All we need is ourselves. All we need is to take up, a research medium and go take the natural resources and go to the lab, burn your pleasure to work day and night to want to bring results in that aspect that is causing chaos, in that aspect that is, polluting the world. So if you don't do anything, it will soon concern you. It will soon hit all of us. If every one of us begin to work, if every one of us begin to put the right passion needed to have product, needed to bring joy to every heart, we will have even greater, products that are just mention what it is. We have solution already. People will have solutions for sicknesses yet to come. People will have solutions for problems yet to come, problems yet to occur. The problem of earthquake, people already with passion had already solved the problem. They just kept the solution. They are waiting. They are applying, solutions, preventive measures for that menace not to, fall on the earth. For that, problem not to fall on the earth and take millions of lives. This is not about prayer. This has nothing to do with prayer. This has more to do with our work, with our hard work, with our passions and zeals. This has more to do with focus. Hello, Maroda. Thank you so much for joining. Hello, Sir Kofi Power. Thank you for joining. Livingstone, thank you for joining. Nana, thank you for joining. Mohammed, thank you for joining. Destiny, thank you so much for joining. Please, as you join, help me share the video. I'm seeing Slobodish, thank you for joining. God bless you. My husband joined. Clemsy Clement, thank you so much, sir, for joining. Hello, Malisa, thank you for joining. God bless you. Please help me share the video and invite your friends. Imagine if I have passion. If I have passion to, better the educational system, in the world, or to even start with my country, and you have passion in technology, somebody else have passion in agriculture, somebody else have passion, in engineering, somebody has passion in air disease and, A lot of things, all the spheres of life, people are there. Everybody is working day and night. Everybody is focused. Do you know this world will be a better place for you and I to dwell? This world will be heaven on earth for all of us. This world will be so sweet and so unique. We will build the earth the way we want it. The earth is our territory. The earth is our territory. And you and I are the kings and the princes and the queens of this earth. If we don't do anything, if we don't work hard to make it the throne that God has given us, to make it the way it is, it will remain in darkness. It will remain in darkness. Nothing will work until me and you begin to work hard. Hello, Sir Edems. Thank you for joining. Hello, Sir Godwin. Thank you for joining. Please help me share the video and invite your friends. Awaken the king in you. Awaken the king in you. Hello, Sir Philip. Thank you for joining. God bless you. Please help me share the video and invite your friends. Awaken the king in you. There is a king living in you. Hello, Sir Eddie Peter. Thank you for joining. God bless you. Please help me share the video and invite your friends. Awaken the king in you. Awaken the king in you. The world is waiting for the king in you. There is a king in you. God did not, when God was creating you, he wasn't seeing a man who has nothing to offer to his generation. God was seeing a king. God was seeing a giant. God was seeing a man made in his own image. You can imagine, if you really understand what it means to be made in God's image, you will know that you are a carrier of solution. You are carrying so much that the world cannot contain. You are carrying so much. You just do not understand. You are not just realizing it. You are not seeing it. There is a king in you. Awaken it. Awaken it. Wake up. Wake up the king in you. The only thing you need to do away is men of distraction. The only thing you need to do away is women of distraction. The only thing you need to do away with is people that have no connection with that passion that is running inside of you, with that zeal that is chasing you, with that thing that you are seeing. You know, when Mark Zuckerberg wanted to connect people, wanted to build this Facebook, when he was having the passion to build Facebook, a lot of people weren't seeing what he was seeing. They were seeing contrary to what he was seeing. But the young man understood the power of what he wants to do. And he was so zealous, he was so focused, until he brought Facebook to come to pass. He never rested. There is a king in you. There is a king in you. Come on, guys. There is a king in you. Only if you can see it. Never leave this earth unnoticed. Never leave this earth without planting your footstool, without having a product, without being a blessing, without fulfilling purpose. Never. It will be an error. It will be a waste of material. It will be a waste of time for us to be on this earth, for us to come to this earth and depart without making impact. It will be a total waste. Heaven will bleed. The heart of God will bleed so badly that if you understood who you are, the solution he put in you, so you will create the change he was seeing before he made you. If you only recognized it, you would have saved millions of people who are dying day and night because you refuse to understand who you are and the purpose you were created for. People will be dying. People will be dying on a daily basis, and you are the solution, but you didn't know. Awaken the king in you. There is a king in you. There is a king in you and I. And I said one of the reasons why you need to awaken the king in you is that God has made you a solution. 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 Oh my God, oh my God. Oh my God, oh my God. I wish people will understand this world will be a better place for you and I. For all the children yet unborn. For all the people that God has destined will live on this earth. Our names will live in their lives. They will be glorifying God that we ever existed. They will be glorifying God that we came to this earth. Yes. Let us not make our children unborn to, oh my God, to accuse God, to question God, to make God feel that he did not understand what he was doing when he made the earth. That God was so dumb that he don't understand how the world will function. Our children will feel so depressed. They will feel like taking their lives if we do not put our passions, if we do not make this earth as beautiful as what God was seeing when he made it. Our children yet unborn will come to this earth and hate the earth. And hate the earth with so much pain. They will be so much angered. They will be so much angry that God made this useless earth. They will call the earth names. They will not understand that before God made anything, he had already brought everything needed. God is a master planner. It is we humans that make God look like he doesn't understand what he was doing. He doesn't have, he wasn't having this creative ability, you know. He doesn't know how to place the earth and how to place people in charge. God had placed you in charge of different things on earth. If you have pain in any aspect of life, if there is something that you are so passionate about, you want to bring a change in that aspect of life, make sure you pursue it. Go on internet and make researches. Study on how you can make change in that aspect of life. Do not be a biomass. Do not run when the world say you should run to. Do not jump to get all the degrees because the word say when you get 10 degrees you will become, you know, you will not, you always have job. You will not go out of job. You always have job here. You have certificates in accounting. You have in medicine. You have in in government and policy. You have in literature. You have in English. You have in every aspect. You just want to acquire degrees because you don't want to be out of job. That is not what God called you for. If you are passionate for education, go make research on how you can bring beauty in education, on how you can impact life through education. Oh, the heart of God is bleeding because men do not understand who they are. Who they are, that they are giants in the making, that they are kings, they are solution carriers. Hello, my gift blessing Amos, thank you so much for coming. God bless you. Hello, my Mariam, thank you for joining. Hello, Pastor Irene, thank you for joining. Hello, Lydia, thank you so much for joining. Hello, Amarachi Jerry, thank you so much for joining. Please help me share the video and invite your friends. There is a king in all of us. Awaken the giants in you. You think that there's anybody better than you? You don't understand who you are. For all the women that has ever made history on earth, you don't understand what you're carrying. That you are carrying something that will make you greater. You will make greater impact. You will make greater impact. Oh, Jesus. You don't understand that you are a solution. You are embodiment of solution. You are an embodiment of solution. You are an embodiment. You are a carrier. You are the one God has prepared to wipe tears into the eyes of generation. The eyes of men and women who are crying, asking, when will this be over? Who will help us? Who is the Moses? Who is this? Who is that? Somebody has been born, but they do not understand. Everybody is calling on God. Oh God, come. You have to save us. You have to save us. Else we die. Else we perish. There is no other God. Oh, we need you. We need you, God. Do not leave us. Do not do this. Do not despise us. But men had been put in place. God had put men in places. In place of politics. The right people who have real passion. The reason why our political system is in the way it is because the right people God has created for politics are not in politics at all. It is the wrong people who had just, who just want to embezzle money, who money is their focus. Those are the people ruling the people who have been made to become governors and presidents of nations. So the people made to be governors and presidents of nations, that when they rule, they will bring joy to earth, to humanity. They are there being ruled by the people who had nothing to do with, presidentship and everything that had to do with authority. Oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus, this is so painful. This is so painful. This is so painful. And that is why when you come to my country, Nigeria, you can see people who have read agriculture. They are in the banking sector working. They are working in the banking sector because they had connection. Somebody who read something that had nothing to do with, with banking, they are there because they just want to survive. The survivor mentality. The survivor mentality. Oh, this place or this sector, when you go there, you are being paid 50,000 naira. So, excuse me, I think my camera fell. You are being paid 50,000 naira every month. So because of that, I just have to get this job. If I don't get this job, I kill myself. I must get the job. So they do everything possible. If it means sleeping with the director of that company, the ladies will sleep over and over just to get the job. But they do not know that there is a king in them. And until they awaken it, oh Jesus, until they awaken it, they will keep sleeping from one director office to another seeking for jobs. God's heart is bleeding because God is wishing that she would just open her heart and understand who she is. Look at Oprah Winfrey. Look at all the women who are making history. Hello, Pastor Praise, thank you so much for joining. Hello, Faith, thank you so much for joining. Emmanuel, Ampong, thank you for joining. God bless you. Please help me share the video and invite your friends. We have to change this mentality. We all have to go out there and set our feet ablaze, set our feet on fire. Let no day pass you by without achieving something. Something that is in direction of your passion and your zeal. Something that is in direction of your passion. Let a day not pass you by without making impact. Without making impact. A man said that when you see time in seconds and minutes, you make better use of it. But when you see it in years, you will procrastinate, and years will come to pass, you will not achieve anything. So it is high time we all start seeing time in minutes and in seconds. That is when we will value time. That is when we will appreciate time. Hello, Onyebuchi, thank you for joining. Joycey, thank you so much for joining. Please help me share the video and invite your friends. Awaken the king in you, Jesus. Awaken the king in you, guys. One of the reasons you need to awaken the king in you is because life is short. Life is what? Is short. You can't predict your tomorrow. You can't say, oh, I will live for 1 million years. I will live for 2 million years. I will live for 3,000 years. You can't predict it. So as much as you know that life is short, start working. Start working. Start carry this question on your head. If I leave this earth, what will I be remembered for? If I leave this earth, what will I be remembered for? Let that question, go through your mind every day, every time. As that question is entering your head every time, you know that you have a passion, you have a zeal, you have a vision to bring to pass. By so doing, you are channeling your time, the quality of your time into fulfilling that passion. Into fulfilling that passion. You are bringing your passions and visions to reality. Oh, Jesus. The world will be a better place for all of us. Life is too short. Life is short. You can't predict living 120 years. You can't predict living 100 years. You can't. As much as you know, you can't predict the number of years you will live on earth. Then, every day you wake up and realize you are awake, you are alive, please work. Go into your libraries and begin to make research on how to bring your passions to come to pass. I said earlier on that if Thomas Edison never make any attempt, he never tried, he never, tried to bring his passion and his vision to reality, I don't know how long it would have taken for the light bulb I enjoy today, that is making you see my bright face, to be actualized, to be brought to limelight, to be a reality, to become a product. Awaken the giant in you. When you awaken the giant in you, you are not only becoming a personality, you're not only becoming a genius, a hero, a heroine, you are not only, being a blessing to man. You know what will happen? You know what will happen? You are a billionaire. You will become a billionaire. Oh, Jesus. There's something I want to tell you now. If you say to yourself, let me put 5 years, let's say 5 years or 3-4 years into this thing I have passion for. Constantly, every day of your life, you put hours, you put a good number of hours into this thing you have passion. You have been wasting time for the past 20 years. I don't know how many years or some of us are today, but some of us are up to close to 30. And at 25, 20, 19, you can't really place what you have achieved, which is your passion. You know what the world is looking for? The world is looking for uniqueness. The world is looking for who will do, how a lot of people can be doing the same thing, but you know what we're looking for is uniqueness. That is why we have a lot of singers out there, but when one person sings, we know who is singing, because there is uniqueness in what they are doing. So you don't say, no, I don't think there's anything to do on it. I think everything has been done. I don't think, check now. There are good phones. There are, good laptops. There are good this, good buildings, good roads. So what else what else do you think, can really be done here on earth? I don't think everything is done. Is a lie. You know what? When Steve Jobs was making his phone, do you know what he said? Do you know what Steve Jobs said? He said, even you can make what others will buy. Steve Jobs said, even you. Before Steve Jobs started putting heads together, started putting his passions together to focus to bring the iPhone to, for people to use and enjoy phones, before he started having ideas on how to, bring phones to his taste and to the taste of other people out there, do you know what happened? Other phones have been in existence. There were phones. People were doing some phones, But he said he noticed that people were using phones and they really do not understand, they really do not enjoy what they are using. And he began to study binary code on how he can start manufacturing phones. On how he can do a phone that others will like, others will enjoy. And today, thanks to Steve Jobs, we have the iPhones. Steve Jobs is no longer alive, but the iPhone is still coming. In fact, iPhone 8, I heard that is out. I don't know how true it is. So iPhone 10, 20, only God knows the version that will iPhones will end. iPhones will keep, ruling the world if nobody who has passion for phones, go into research to want to do a better phone than iPhone. iPhone will keep ruling. If somebody have passion for that area, the person can beat the standard of iPhone. And do you know what that your 5 years of research have done to you? You have not just become a personality, you will just become a millionaire or a millionaire. Do you know the world is not looking, they don't want to know your size, they don't want to know your age, they don't want to know if you are if you are a blind man, if you are crippled. As long as you have a product, everybody would want to buy. Everybody will long for your product. Everybody will chase after your product. As long as it has world standard, everybody want to use it. You can imagine those who saw the suits that the president of nations are wearing. Those who make the shoes that president of nations are wearing. Somebody started it little by little. Somebody started little by little. Hello, Emilia. Thank you for joining. Hello, Samuel. Thank you so much for joining. Nana, thank you for joining. Hello, my Vivian Taylor. Thank you for joining. Good evening to all of you. And please help me share the video as you come in. God has given us more than enough resources for us to beautify this earth. For us to make this earth the way we want to see it. And if nobody works, like I said before, whoa, this world will remain the way we all met it. So thanks to those who saw beauty in, fashion and designing, I wouldn't have been wearing what I'm wearing today. I would have been wearing rags. I would have still been covered with leaves. But somebody wanted to, bring creativity into reality. And they began to, combine colors to bring beauty to men. To bring beauty to people. And this were where their passions were. So somebody is having beauty in creativity, someone else is having beauty in medicine, someone else is having beauty in education. That is why today we are studying. We are having good educational system, but it's still not the best. The best is yet to come. As long as this earth remains, people are going to make researches on how to better the educational system of the world. Life is short. That is one of the reasons you should awaken the king in you. The second reason is that youth is finite. It means that your youth will come to an end someday. Time will come when no man will walk. Time shall come when no man will have the energy to work. Now that there is energy to work, use it wisely. Because when you use it wisely, those people who wasted their time will be the ones working for you. And those people wasting their time presently, you will still be employing them to work for you. But I wish for them to understand that time is useful. That time is life. And they will also use their time wisely. Because we all need our product. I need your product. You need my product. It is very important for all of us to understand this. It is very important. As much as we want to go to school and acquire certificates, as much as it's good, it's good. As much as we all want to chase the mirage out there, do not forget that there is a giant in you. Until you awaken it. Until you awaken it. Oh, Jesus. This earth will not be the place that God saw before he made. This earth will not be a beautiful place for our children to come. One of the reasons why you should awaken the king in you, excuse me, awaken the giant in you, is because opportunity is endless. Opportunity is endless. And that is why you should awaken the king in you. Let the king in you come alive. Opportunity is always endless. You can't say no, opportunity has finished though. There's no more opportunity. Opportunity finished long time ago. It's a lie. As long as this earth remains, opportunity will keep showing itself. Opportunity for you to prove that you actually study medicine in school. You know why people cannot reject what Ben Carson has? What the impact, what Ben Carson, that time he invested into research. You know why people cannot reject it even though he was black? Is because he has truths. It was proven and tested that the research he made can cure diseases. It was for real. It was authentic. So men could not, as much as men wanted to fight it, they needed it. They wanted to, they didn't want it before because he was a black. But because it's authentic, it's real, and it's working, and men needed to survive, everybody was longing for it. Everybody was longing for what Ben Carson has because it was real and authentic. So nobody will care if you are a black or white, if you are fair or dark, if you have short hair or long hair, if you have long nose, if you are ugly or beautiful, if you are tall or short. Nobody will care if you have solution. If you have solution to the problems of men, nobody will care the country where you are coming from. I give you example, Malala. The girl called Malala from Pakistan. This girl brought beauty in education, in girl child education. She brought enlightenment. She fought for the girl child rights to go to school. She stood and fought with her life. Today, she is being celebrated. She fought when she was barely a teenager. She was just 12 years old, I think 11 or 12 years old. At the time, she was fighting for the right of a girl child education. She fought until she was shot on the head. She fought until she saw that the president of nations have come to her aid. Until education of the girl child being approved and certified, Malala never gave up her passion. She never gave up the zeal. She never gave up her pursuit. Today, thanks to Malala, girls can freely go to school and be educated and start helping in the economy and start helping in the hospital, in schools, in agriculture, in different aspects of life, in different spheres of life, because a girl stood up and said no to somebody who wanted to shut her of what she had to offer to humanity. Today, she had become an international advocate, to all the countries who wants to stop the girl child to go to school. So thanks to Malala, those children would have been deprived of their contributions to humanity. Part of the reason why you should awaken the king in you. Some of us have passion in politics. Let's bring the change that we want. Open a blog and begin to blog. Make sure you bring you go study about governing, on how rulership and everything, how you can become an excellent president, how you can become an excellent governor, how you can become an excellent senators and House of Representatives. When you have opportunity to become, when you have opportunity to go into that aspect, opportunity is endless. When that opportunity shows itself, you will see yourself making history. You will see yourself making history. You will see yourself, making impact. When men could not contend, they see that you are so much knowledgeable of this aspect, they will submit to your authority. And God will be glorified because you didn't sell out your life. You didn't sell out your passion. You didn't sell out your visions and your goals. Opportunity is endless. Have you found the intersection of your passion? Have you found, excuse me, have you found the place where your passion intersects? That great positive impact you want to make in your life, in history. Have you found that passion that can bring it to pass? Hello, Samutwale, thank you for coming. Hello, Gift Kayode, thank you for coming. Hello, Akpan Blessing, thank you for coming. Hello, Sir Sylvester, thank you for coming. Fedra Castro, thank you for coming. Sir Linus Joshua, thank you for coming. Hello, Sir Prince Tejire, thank you for coming. I see my favor, thank you so much for coming. God bless you. Hello, Mastella, thank you for coming. Hello, my Ireti, thank you for coming. Hello, Lizzie Ekpan, thank you for coming. God bless you, ma. Please help me share the video and invite your friends. We are talking about awaken the king in you. Nobody will do it for you. You have to do it by yourself. Hello, my Idara. Mwafo, thank you so much for joining and thank you for sharing the video. God bless you. I'm so super grateful to all of you who have shared. To those of you who have not shared, please, I will beg you to share this video because you would be bringing change to the heart of men, and we will all be working to better this earth, and all of us will be grateful to God at the end of the day when all hands are on deck and people are working day and night to bring in solutions to all the problems on this earth. It will be a great joy to to God and to humanity. Hello, Ma Monica, thank you so much for joining. Please help me share the video and invite your friends. Have you discovered that passion you have? There is something you have that has been, that has been driving you all the while. There's something that is in you that has been driving you all the while. While you are working in that office, there's this thing that has been driving you. Ma Monica, I want to, take this opportunity to congratulate you on your new album. God bless you. Thank you so much. That song was, a blessing. To those of you who have not downloaded my Monica's song, I will ask you and I'll beg you to download that song. It's such an, inspiration. So, have you found your passion? What drives you? If you found your passion, that is where you can bring the change you have been longing for. That change you have been longing for, it is where your passion lies that you will bring it to pass. So make sure you place your passion right. Make sure your passion is not to frivolities. Your passion is not to, all the endless frivolities on earth. You just want to acquire resources. Have you wondered why Africa, we have consumer mentality more than we have, producers mentality? Africa, we just want to acquire the latest. All the latest. We just want to acquire it. But wise men do not acquire what what cannot impact them. Anything they acquire for a purpose. There is a reason why they acquire that thing, because they want to use that same thing to create change, to bring change. Excuse me, to bring change. Africa, we just want to buy go to the same Nigeria where I came from, where people are shouting economic recession. People are buying iPhone 8 and iPhone 7. People are, dying and, stealing and looking for way to acquire, material things, instead of looking for way to becoming a blessing to the world at large. They are looking for the now. They are not seeing the future, the tomorrow. We just want to, be associated to, the latest. We want to always, this guy is having the latest car. Whoa, this man is having the latest house. Woo, this man is having the latest, phone. Woo. We just want to take glory that, it's just in perishable things, little things of today. We don't want to sell out our passion, our time, our zeal to bring in a product that will live after we are long gone. A product that will live for as long as the earth remains. To bring solution to the heart of, to men. To put, laughter in the eyes and in the heart of men. Oh, Jesus. People are dying on daily basis in just little things that, we can solve. That a lot of people, a lot of us can, bring an end to. Little things. Malaria is killing people today in Africa just because a man has no reason to make research on how to put an end to malaria. Just because people don't want to go into research, thorough research. People do not want to burn their time. People do not want to burn their candles, go to laboratories to make research on how to bring end to malaria. Malaria has been killing people out there. Millions of people out there. A lot of people have died. Millions of people have died of malaria. But if nobody do anything about it, we will keep taking preventive measures which will not even last. Do you know, as deadly as malaria, as bad, it looks very small. It looks very small, but it's very bad. It's really very bad. I remember when I went to Nigeria, I fall ill every month. And every month I fall ill, it's always malaria and typhoid. It's always. Because the mosquitoes will just not let you be. So imagine those who don't even have money to treat, to go get malaria drugs, that is not, I don't call it treatment. That is not malaria treatment. And that's for you to be able to get proper drugs to be able to fight those, viruses, or what do they call them, bacteria. It will take you close to 10,000 naira, Nigerian currency, for you to do that. Right now that there is recession, economic recession, it might even be more. It might even be more. So how many people can afford it? It is something that when somebody burns his time, burns his passion, puts in everything needed to do proper research, we can bring an end to malaria. We can see malaria as history. Malaria will become history. But nobody is pained. Nobody is pained to bring an end to that aspect of life that is bringing pain to men. It will continue haunting us. It will continue, we will continue facing it until we all start waking up to do something. Awaken the giant in you, because we need it. When you awaken the giant in you, you become a blessing to our generation. You become a blessing. I become a blessing. And the world become beautiful. The world become a place where we can dwell peacefully, where we can enjoy. Oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus. Some people don't understand. Malala fought and brought victory to the girl child. To the girl child. So she can be able to attend, education. Oprah Winfrey. I talked about her a few days ago. Some people will say, oh, I come from a poor family. How can I do this? How can I do that? How can I be a blessing? How can I be a blessing to humanity? I come from a poor home. There are men who had already canceled that aspect. I told us that the Wright brothers who built the aeroplane, they didn't go to school. They don't have certificate. They came from a very poor home, and that was why they couldn't afford educational fees. But still, their passion, making research and trying to wed they drew the aeroplane, and because they created it in their mind, and they drew it out, and they started looking for metals on how to put it together. They started working day and night with no educational system, with no certificate. They worked so hard until they put the aeroplane together. And the aeroplane did not flew for two times when it was tested. It was at the third time, I think, it flew. But they never stopped until they brought it to pass. So, if we want to say we are poor, we cannot afford it, we cannot do this, then we will remain there lamenting and never effect any change, and never bring anything, and never do anything. We will stay there and be, calling on the government, insulting the government, insult all the presidents, all the senators, all the House of Rep. Make sure we insult our parents, everybody that had to do with, with anything that comes near us, we transfer the aggression to. That is how we live our life, in pain. In pain. We'll be feeling pain. While we are supposed to be joyful in our different fields where we have passion, effecting the change we want. Oprah Winfrey also came from a poor home, but today she's one of the great black women who had made history on earth, who had proved to us that it's you don't have to come from the wealthiest family to make a change. You don't have to come from the president family to make a change. You don't have to come from, to become a president daughter or a senate daughter to, effect a change. She has proven to us that all it takes is hard work. It takes passion. When you put your passions right, you're working day and night to make sure that you bring that passion to come to pass. I want to tell you about a woman called Shannon May, the founder of Bridge International Academies. She's on internet there. This lady, according to them, they said she's an astronaut. Sorry, she's an anthropologist. She's an anthropologist. She's always conducting research in rural area in China. This woman had so much passion, to solve a problem. She then came in contact. She then saw that there is educational problem in in Nairobi, in Kenya. Do you know what this woman did? Of course, she's a white woman. She began then to make research on how she can better the educational system of Kenya. She began to make research on how she can be a blessing to the children of Kenya who cannot go to school. The experience prompted her to research how children could be taught the skills they need to thrive. Harnessing data and technologies to make a replicable and affordable model of education. She was making research. She was pained. She was so angry. Why would people of Kenya not be able to get access to education? She wanted to effect a change in the educational system of Kenya. She wasn't from Kenya, but she wanted to effect a change in Kenya. She was so pained. She loved education so much. But she wanted to put smiles in the faces of men. She wanted to put the smiles in the faces of the children who could not go to school. You know, with this passion that built inside of her, she, apart from the research she made, she was putting resources together. The result at the end of the day was Bridge International Academies, the world's largest private provider of nursery and primary education for families living under $2 or less. She provided education for children and families living under $2 or less. She built Bridge International Academies. And do you know how much they charge for school fees? $6 a month. In 2009. That school has cut across Africa, educating over 100,000 pupils. That school is educating over 100,000 pupils, and they plan on reaching 10 million children across the dozens of countries by 2025. Passion. Oh, Jesus. That woman would have read engineering, but just that she was making a research on internet about China and different countries, and she came across the fact that children could not go to school in Nairobi in Kenya. She was pained, and she said, no, I want to bring the change. I want to be that change that they desire. I want to be that change they pray for. Let me be the physical God that they have been calling on. We are the God. People are looking for God, and you are a carrier. You are one. You are a solution. People are looking for solution. All you need is to focus your attention, is to focus your passion in that thing you love so much, in that thing you are pained to do. And today, over 100,000 children, get education, are being educated today, thanks to that woman. Thanks to Shannon May, a woman. And do you know what some of the women are doing in Africa? Competition on how to get the latest phone, the latest car, the latest jewelries, the latest clothing. They just want to show off. Just to show off. That's what most men and women are all there competing. They are competing with their fellow men on how to, show off. Who gets the better car, who gets the better nonsense, who gets the better thing that they don't understand what they are carrying inside. They are competing with men when they are supposed to be competing with their old self. When you look at your tomorrow, and you say to your tomorrow, no, I want my today to be better than my tomorrow. So you compete with your old self to bring solution. My old self, I suffered before I got, I got education. I suffered. I was not coming from the rich home. I suffered before I could even put a footwear. It took us years. So I want to effect change. I want to go to communities where children could not see footwears. I want to be a blessing to such children. But what people are just deliberating on is how to, do what has nothing to do with the kings, the giants that is in them. Awaken the giant in you. Awaken the giant in you. People are committing suicide on daily basis. People are committing suicide. There are things that, technology can manufacture. A friend of mine, hello Aziz Sepa, thank you for joining. Hello Sir Maxwell Okpara, thank you for joining. I see Dinks, thank you for joining. Hello. Okay. Kemi, thank you so much for joining. Dr. Dre, thank you for joining. Please help me share the video and invite your friends. A friend of mine, Aziz, he's here, I think. He told me that, that he has passion to, build a safety boots that you wear on your feet. Such that boots will be saving people who wants to commit suicide. That is a man driven by passion. That is a man driven by passion. He wants to build a boots that can help people to save others who want to commit suicide. That as the person, jumps from the, from the bridge, that safety boot can, run or fly faster than anybody who had jumped even minutes ago. You can still catch that person and bring them back, and then try to talk to them not to commit suicide. You can help to save people who want to commit suicide. That safety boot, this is a plan of a man. People who are, other people passion, word oriented, they just want to effect change in people's life. They just want to, be a blessing to men out there. Do you know what our churches and our people are doing? We just call on God from morning to night, from night to morning. We fast and pray, we speak in tongues. But God is weeping in his heart because those who say they are called by his name, who say that God is their Lord, do not understand who they are. They do not know that they have giants in them. They do not understand that they have giants in them. If you have passion in technology, make sure you work to have a product. If you have in engineering, bring it to pass. In education, bring it to pass. Agriculture, bring it to pass. Politics, come on. Be the best president that the world has never ever seen before. Go to China and see how children burn their candles, burn their time, and they are working in libraries, working so hard to, bring new technologies that can help humanity. But do you know what? Some of us who are so gullible, who think that they have God more than every other person who has God out there, we are just praying and fasting, playing religion. You think God is glorified? You think God is happy, applauding for you? If you fast for 100 days and 100 nights, what is the result? God should speak to you about the change he has called you for. And then you go and study hard to make sure you bring that thing to reality. God, oh Jesus, may God help us. I want to tell you about another woman. Oh, God, God, God. I told you guys a few days ago that imagine that Bill Gates was a Christian. Imagine that Bill Gates was a Christian, and he comes on Facebook and say, "Oh, my friends, all my fans, God is good. May the Lord bless you. Jesus is coming soon. For those of you who have not received him as your Lord and personal Savior, I ask you to do so, because heaven is real." You won't you can't imagine the number of people that will give their life to Christ instantly. Because you know what? People want to follow men who have results. People want to reckon with men and women who have results. Nobody wants to reckon with mediocres, with people who seem as if they don't understand life and they don't know where they are going. I want to tell you about another lady called Replang Rabana, the founder and CEO of Rekindle Learning. She is the founder and the CEO of Rekindle Learning. Oh, Jesus. This woman, she's from South Africa. She's a South African entrepreneur and a computer science graduate. This woman, she has so much passion, you know, in technology, that she focused her passion to building this mobile device, mobile app called VoIP. I don't know how many of you know VoIP. You know, VoIP application can help you to connect to other countries, like the way I'm in Ukraine now. With VoIP application, I can recharge the how much the number of dollar, maybe, of course, it's from $10 upward, I think. If you recharge it, you can call Nigeria, you can call other African countries, you know, direct call, not the Skype call, but a direct call, like you are calling somebody who is who you guys are in the same country. So this lady has so much passion in computer science. She has so much passion that she worked so hard to bringing VoIP application to reality. She worked until she has an application that is helping me. Today, I can use VoIP to call my parents in Nigeria. I can use VoIP to connect to people in Nigeria, and it will be so clear, like we are in the same country. That is what people who had understood the king, the giant in them, who has awakened the giant in them, they are having products. They are living life that after they are long gone, history will still not forget them. History will remember them as long as the earth lives, as long as the earth remains. People will come to read about them. People will come to use their products and thank God for their existence. What will men thank God for you when you are gone? Who will remember that you once existed? Who will remember that you and I once existed if we don't effect a change, if we do not have a product? You know, this woman was not just passionate in science or in computer. She's also an entrepreneur. She became a World Economic Forum Global Sherpa before the age of 30. Before the age of 30. In 2013, she launched the online training and education company, Rekindled Learning. That is what she titled it, Rekindled Learning. Because she was so passionate, she was so pained that people do not understand what they have inside of them, that they are wasting their time, that men and women are just living every day and night, running head to scatter, wasting time. They do not understand that same jobs that they are running after, that only concentration, hard work, diligence, research can produce much more than the money they are chasing out there. It will not just, it will not just make you a millionaire or a billionaire. It will make you a personality. It will make you you have become a solution provider in one sphere of life. You have contributed to humanity. You have contributed to, better the earth. You have put smiles on people's faces. You have glorified God with your ideas. Those ideas that are dropping in our hearts, in our head, we did not just drop it. It was orchestrated by God. And do you know what God is doing? When God drops ideas that he wants to, bring to reality, to better the earth, if men are not, if his children who are called by his name are not ready to do it, he gives it out to, the ethics and those who want to, who he knows will bring it to pass, as long as it will benefit his earth. So it is not about how many times we speak in tongues, we call on the name of God, we fast and pray, we give our offerings, we go to church. It is not enough. That alone cannot bring the technologies, the transformations, and everything on, all the aspect of life that we need. That cannot bring it. If men do not wake up the giants in them, nothing will work. That is why the Bible says he has given us all that pertains to life. Excuse me. God has given us all that pertains to life. If we need natural resources to bring our passions to limelight, is there. Whatever we need is there. I went to Kyiv. I went to the capital of Ukraine one time, and I met this woman. She has passion for games. I mean, computer games. And do you know what the games she wants to create? You know what she wants to do? That game, when you are a child and you are playing that game, the game will teach you diligence. The game will teach you forgiveness. The game will teach you, how to love people. I mean a game, I mean game, computer game that people play. Children are so glued to their stations to play game now and then. Somebody is building a game that can unite a family. So if father, mother, and children are playing that game, and there is anger in the family, instantly the game will help them reconcile. The game will teach them how to love one another. The game will teach them how to be a one and united family. The game will teach them how to become, a better home. How to have togetherness. I mean, wow. This is somebody's idea. Through a game. She is not just building a game that will distract people, that will keep, bringing hatred. That will, there are some games that our children play. It's all about fights. It's all about war. It's all about stabbing people. It's all about shootings. You shoot guns. Somebody is creating the same kind of game, but in another manner, to save lives. Somebody also can have a passion to create games that can save drug addicts. Yes? No, you didn't hear that. Somebody can still have passion to create games that can save drug addicts, that can save anybody out there. So any aspect of life you have passion in, make sure you effect a lasting change that will live after you are long gone. That will live after you are long gone. I told you the reasons why you should awaken the King in you is number one. Let me run through it again. Life is short. Life is short. Don't waste it on frivolity. Life is too short. Do not waste it on the mirage and Uncle Sam's that we are all running after. Life is too short. And God has given us all that we need to become a blessing. To put our names in the lips of men here on earth, and men that will come after we are gone. life is too short. Begin to make good use of your time. That is one reason. The second reason is that your youth is finite. It means that your youth will soon come to an end. You cannot become a youth forever. One day you will no longer have strength to do a lot of things you were doing when you were youth. So the Bible said, a day will come, time will come when no man shall walk. When no man shall walk. So now that you have the time, now that you have the strength and the energy, do not waste it. Involve it. Bring it to creativity. Make sure you put it, you channel it, and become a blessing. The third reason I say opportunity is endless. Do not say opportunity has finished. I don't think there's any opportunity for me to become great. I don't think there's any opportunity for me to, awaken the giant in me. I don't think there's any opportunity for me to make anything new. Everything I think that is needed on earth has been made. That is a big lie, and you and I know that. Opportunity is endless. Opportunity will continually show itself as long as the earth remains. So don't stop reading, don't stop studying, don't stop making researches. That passion, that aspect of life that you have passion in, make sure you follow it. Make sure you pursue it until you have a product in that aspect. Do not give it up. Do not let it go. Do not forget about it. God's heart is bleeding. He's watching. He's just watching men waste their time. He is wishing that people can see how much they are carrying. That people can open their hearts and see how much they are carrying. That people can open their brains and see how much they are carrying. Before people started making, the road, the Crota, I don't know what they call it, the Crota road. Before, the road was not like that. The road was not like that. Road was not like that. People thought of making a car. Somebody thought of making a car, and he made a car. But the road could not sustain the car. The road could not allow the car to function for, a couple of years that, the lifespan of the car have, said that it will function. Because of poor and road, cars were damaging on time. Somebody thought that if we could fix the roads in our countries, car systems will last. And somebody thought on how to do it, and they began to try by error. And today we have, to God be the glory, a good road. And I know a better way of making roads will still come. And the ideas have been given to men and women out there. Imagine if somebody has an excellent idea on how to make a splendid road, and you just have an opportunity to to do it in just one street, and take pictures and videos and spread it around the internet. The whole world will be calling you to come and either teach them on how to do it or to start doing the road. But before people will learn properly how to do it, you have become a billionaire. You have become a billionaire. Oh, I wish we would understand. I wish we would channel our passions and awaken the giant in us. We will make this earth a better place. We will glorify God. We will glorify God, and this earth will be a better place for you and I and our children to come. Thank you so much for all of you who came in, and those of us who have shared the video. Please, if you have not shared this video, please help me share the video, and let's spread the news. Let's help people. Let's help people to channel their passion and their energy and their time to what will bring change and joy and happiness to this earth, so we can better the earth, so we can enjoy this earth before we eventually go to the heaven where God has promised us. so that we can at least enjoy the earth where we live in. Hello Mafumi Adewusi, thank you for joining. Hello Sir David Emmanuel Benson, thank you so much. Hello Sir Dare Loti, thank you for coming back. Hello Sir James, thank you for coming. Hello Sir Alex, thank you so much for joining. Hello Mazainaya, thank you for joining. God bless you. I see Sowimimo, thank you for joining. Sandra Obi, thank you for joining. Please help me share the video and keep sharing the video. Keep sharing the video. In the next 2 minutes or 1 minute, I'll be rounding off. I hope you have enjoyed today's lesson. I hope we have made sense. I hope today's message have made sense to you. I hope you will awaken the giant in you. I hope this message has, strike some chord to you, that you should awaken the giant in you, and let's all effect the change in all the areas of, places where we are passionate, so we can, become a blessing to the world at large, so that this world will be a better place for, all of us and our children to come, as long as, God tarries to come. Thank you so much. I am so grateful. I'm already seeing 14 shares. God bless you to all of you who shared. God bless you to those who are yet to share. Thank you so much for all your comments. I appreciate it. And I love you guys. And I'm always humbled by your presence. Feel free to join me anytime. I come on live every day by 7 p.m. Kyiv time. And I don't know what time is it in Nigeria, baby. 5 p.m. At Nigeria time. So that's the time I come live every day to teach, to help people to understand that there is more to what they are seeing out there, to what they are chasing, to the frivolities and the mirage that is hovering around, that people are running to achieve. If you don't become a doctor, you are not somebody in life. If you are not an engineer, nobody will reckon with you. That is a bloody lie. That is a big lie. If you're a doctor and there is nothing special about you being a doctor, you are just wasting your time until you'll be able to make a research that the whole world will be looking for. That is when you have made, you have become an excellent doctor. So in any area you have passion in, make sure you have a product. Make sure you have something that you discovered and that is working for everyone out there, that you are using to help people, you are using to educate people, you are using to enlighten people. So do not have passion for music and you are just playing with it. Invest all your time, read all the things that have to do with music. If it means going to music school, put all your abilities, your energy, and become a world star. Standard world star. Beat all the Michael Jackson's record and every other person who has ever existed. All the legends in music. Legends are yet to come. So they are not going to become legends forever. So let's beat all the record and bring joy to the heart of men. Because when you get that money and those resources, you will build school, free education, free healthcare. In that, you can help people with the resources that came from your passion. With the resources that came from your passion, you can become a blessing to humanity. Michael Ganda, thank you for coming, but I think you came very late. Please share the video. You have a copy on your timeline, so you can watch it again and become a blessing to people out there. So thank you guys for joining me today. I hope to see you tomorrow. So do have a wonderful evening and enjoy the rest of your day. So guys, ciao ciao. I remain my humble self, Topsy Gift, here in Ukraine. So guys, thank you so much for your audience. Thank you so much for your attention. God bless you. So Blessings to you all. Bye.